U.S. and international affairs analyst Calvin Dark joins us now. He's in Washington. Mr. Dark, a pleasure having you join us today. President Trump, the question is, what really is he afraid of, with what Mueller could reveal to Congress?
Well, there are several things he could be afraid of, and I don't know exactly what that could be. But let me tell you this. If the Mueller report did what Trump said it did, that totally exonerated him completely, not only would Trump not oppose Mueller testifying, he would be calling on Democrats to let Mueller testify because then Mueller could further clear him. So it shows you that there may not be something criminal, but there is something in the report that would be what we call a high crime and misdemeanor that would lead to impeachment here in the United States.
I don't know. Did you think that Mueller revealed everything in his reports? Could that be something he left out, which could be damaging to the Trump administration that Democrats could bring out when he faces Congress?
Well, yeah, and I think that there are two kind of avenues how that could happen. One is that if the Democrats got the unredacted report with the underlying evidence, there are a few former prosecutors in Congress. And so they could take a look at it as if they were prosecutor and come to a different conclusion that the charges should have been brought. The other is, even if there's not a crime, with all the underlying information and testimony, you could trickle out all of the negative things from now into November to discredit President Trump. So either one of those ways is not something that Trump wants.
So Trump says Mr. Mueller should not should not face Congress. Can the Attorney General, William Barr, prevent him from doing so?
Yes, and that is a question that we're really dealing with here in the United States. Now, I'll say this as a proud American, our democracy is strong and our institutions are strong, but we are coming to a point where if he is held in contempt of Congress, Attorney General Barr, then Congress's option is to go to the Justice Department to compel him to testify. He's the head of the Justice Department, so I don't know if Barr is going to make himself testify. But overall of that kind of legal complications is this. Trump is winning in all of this. And the reason is Trump operates best when he has a foil, when he has an enemy that he can talk to every day and berate. Because if he doesn't have that, he has to defend his policies here and abroad. And we know that list is long of some successes and a lot of near failures.
I'm wondering, Mr. Dark, if Mr. Mueller can speak independently about, what he really meant in the report without being summoned to Congress or without having to be probed or prodded by the president or the attorney general. Because if the president and the attorney general succeed in preventing him from getting to Congress, then we will never know what his real thoughts are.
Well, I think there are two things that will make Mueller testify or not. One is, kind of strangely, Mueller is technically the Department of Justice employee. Now, a lot of people are saying that's just because the investigation has ended, he's tying up loose ends. There is speculation that they have kept him on as the DOJ employee so that he can't testify. But that's going to end sometime. The second part that will make or break Mueller's testimony is he was FBI director. He's a career person. He may not want to be out there like James Comey and write a book and testify and give interviews. So he could just decide out of protocol not to do it. But once he's not at DOJ, I don't see anything stopping him from telling his whole perspective of what happened during the investigation.
I guess we'll have to wait and see, what happens then. We have the rest of the week anyway. Thanks again, Calvin.
Yes, thank you. Bye-bye.